Hello, lovely people. I've been very busy doing different courses today, so I haven't been able to say anything. It's quite late. But because I talked about trauma yesterday, I thought to just give you some pointers about how to regulate your nervous system and to deal with trauma. There are so many studies that show trauma is held in our body, and to prove the mind body connection. But I'm not going to go into that. There are so many experts out there that would do it so much more justice. But as I was thinking over the years, I have tried different methods. Uh, as always on the side, because I studied literature, did journalism. I worked in a different kind of thing. And then I got more and more into yoga and meditation. And so I think number one on my list for regulating and for connecting with oneself would always be meditation. But then meditation, when I say meditation, what comes to your mind? There are so many different ways to meditate. There is mindfulness, there is, mantras. There are so many different ways. And to be honest, I think the very first, of course, I studied yoga before that, but in my early 20s, the very first meditation practice that I learned was Vipassana, where I went to stay for the silence retreat, and they teach Vipassana. Very challenging, but very interesting. But I have to confess, I've never been one to stick with things, and on and off, I always try that. And then obviously there have been many others, mantras, chanting, so many. And it wasn't until Raj Yoga meditation, where is an open eye meditation, that sort of it clicked. It was like love at first sight, because first of all, it was about being present all the time and being able to have that connection while you're driving, while you're working, while you're doing anything. So over the years, I wouldn't still call myself a very wonderful meditator, but I know in any situation I can withdraw and do the connection and feel better for it. So rule of thumb, find a way that meditation or any kind of meditation that be suitable for you, whereas it can be TM, transcendental meditation. That was very big, I think, before my time really, but it's always been quite popular, where they give you a sort of a special word or something. I never tried it myself. I was introduced to it by someone long time ago, but I never pursued it because it wasn't it didn't appeal to me. So what I'm saying, everyone to their own. Find your own way. And of course, I talked about breathing. Breathing is so important because it's a proven science that when we are stressed, first thing we do, we hold our breath. So if you find a way to release that from your body and breathe, straight away you feel more relaxed. So yes, I have trauma and central nervous system in my mind, and I'm sort of doing more and more research in that field. So that's why I'm talking about that, because I find so many people, especially actually more male than female, who find it difficult to express themselves, to cry, because crying actually is one of the best ways to release emotions. So if you can cry, if you can give yourself the time to cry, you'll be okay. But if that's not your thing, if you hold things, if you have this facade of being tough and all is well and dealing with life and you're a go-getter, so chances are you need some tools to release that, because believe me, I tell you this, and I kid you not, holding emotions in body creates illness. It can be a quick heart attack, could be gradual illnesses, autoimmune, other things. I'm not going to name. I don't want to put those images in your mind. I'm just saying, be aware that our body is so connected to us as souls. I really believe that we are centers of energy. We are those sparks of light. We are souls, but we are living in this body. So we have to find ways to care for it. Of course, healthy eating, exercise, good sleep, all are important. But until we learn to release the emotions, because we are emotional beings, emotions need to be regulated and released. And as a child, you and I were not able to do that. We relied on our parents or our caregivers to do that for us. And chances are, most of them didn't know what to do. So now, as adults, we have the chance to just go for it, to just look into it deeper and find ways for ourselves how to release it and how to heal ourselves. So for now, I'm just leaving this thought with you, just, a seed, planting this seed, that if you feel there are days that you really feel unwell, you have to have some ways of releasing that. As I said before, nature is so important. Grounding is so important. Connecting to family and friends, important. But most important than all of this is connecting to yourself. Being able to hold a space. And yes, sometimes it's difficult. That's why people go to therapists or healers or people like me, medical intuitives, theta healers, people who can hold the space for you. So I really suggest to make friends with yourselves and see what is going to be your next step. Do you need to go to somewhere, a group therapy, one-to-one, just spend time in nature, go on camping, spending time to yourself, make friends with yourself, whatever it is, just do it. Don't wait for something big to happen. Don't wait for things like, I don't know, really bad news with health issues and things to wake you up. You can do it. You can keep on top of it now. Recharge the battery now. So when the time comes that there is something which is out of ordinary, you are ready to deal with it. So for now, I wish you a very nice evening. Sleep well if it's your nighttime. Have a lovely day if it's your daytime. Love, light, and namaste. And I see you soon. Lots of love.